Tracking Erin, here we go. Hurricane Erin is surging through the northern part of the southeast coastline. You can see right there, it's a big storm. I mean, geographically speaking, you're talking about almost 600 miles wide worth of tropical storm force winds. That's huge. It's going to affect millions of people along the eastern seaboard, and it already has. Evacuations are underway for parts of coastal North Carolina. And there's more behind it. We got a 60% chance of seeing a tropical depression over the next week. Behind that one, another tropical wave. 40% chance we see another named storm out there too. Yeah, we're starting to get into the peak of the season. The biggest threat though for Erin is going to be the big waves, the beach erosion, the rip currents, the whole thing. Watch that forecast going into a major hurricane. Could be a category 3 by this time tomorrow morning and overnight tonight. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Our continuing coverage of Hurricane Erin goes on right now. We got our brand new numbers out here for the 2 o'clock advisory. Let's get right to it. Things have changed a little bit with the pressure, but as for the winds, still about the same. 110-mile-per-hour sustained wind storm. That is the highest end category 2 you can get. Once it gets about 111, it's considered to be a category 3, and that would be considered a major hurricane again. Remember, it was category 5 over this past weekend. And it went down to a category 1, back up to category 2. Now we're watching it right now. We'll see what happens with this thing. But yeah, it got down to 100-mile-per-hour winds. That's still a category 2 this morning. Now it's gaining some strength. We'll see where it goes. 9:43 though, the millibars have come up just about 2 in the last 3 hours, but I think it's just waffling. It is getting into warmer water. So you look at that presentation, it's not being disrupted at all. In fact, you see the outflow to the north. You would think maybe we're getting some northwesterly breezes coming in. It has not messed up that circulation yet. Where does it go from here? That is a really tight little error cone right there, all in agreement with the models. Then it continues to head up to the north today, bends to the north-northeast, ultimately to the northeast, and then getting out of here across the northern part of the Atlantic. Storm surge warnings, these are still in play. That goes from Duck, North Carolina, rounds the horn around Cape Hatteras, down to Cape Lookout in the Beaufort area right there. You've got that. Let me pull that picture up just a bit more to the north. And we've got the tropical storm warnings in red right here. And they extend all the way out the coastal waters in New Jersey from Manasquan Inlet down through Cape May. Chincoteague right there is where it turns into the interior sections too, where you do have the tropical storm warnings. Tropical storm warnings are for the open waters in Jersey, Barnegat Bay, Manasquan Inlet down to the south. So we've got that for the next few days as the whole thing continues to move on up. When do we expect the tropical storm force winds? That will be late today or the evening hours for the eastern part of North Carolina. This map shows it pretty well. It gets pretty close in Nantucket too, right? You're talking about the east coast of Massachusetts. That wouldn't be until tomorrow evening sometime. So we got about 36 hours before that happens. Look at the picture. It looks pretty good. Pull that picture out of you a little bit more and you see the track as it continues to wobble, but here's the trend, a little bit of wobbly, and then finally moving up to the north. And that's what we have seen for the last couple of rounds now. And it looks like it's going to be on that direction for the next 6 to 8 hours. That's what we're watching. Let me turn this thing 3D-wise. You can see just how perfectly circular this is. It has a nice structure to it. As we bend it around, you can see the eye wall itself chugging along pretty strong. In the middle part where you see the clear skies, that is the eye itself. We'll turn it around even more because you got those feeder bands that mean business also. These are wrapping around into the center. A lot of lightning out there also with those feeder bands as it peaks on up to the upper part of the troposphere. Here's how far out the winds extend, though. Now you're talking about 265 miles out from the center where you have tropical storm force winds. Maybe not quite as much on the eastern flank, but it's still going to brush into the outer banks of North Carolina later on today into the evening hours. This could be underdone as well. That wind field is going to be much bigger than that.